Thank you very much. Robert Green, back on the line. Bob, I apologize profusely.
I got the phone. Phil, I'm sorry. What am I listening to?
Turn the music down, bud, if you don't mind.
Phil, I am sorry, too. I'm here speaking very seriously about something that means something to me. To me.
Phil, this is Dr. Howley. Robert has been told, and Robert went to our 3-month counseling, and he was told, as other men are told, you are not bald. Don't think of yourself as bald. Your hair and your scalp need to be acquainted.
As it was explained, I'm sorry, Doctor. As it was explained to me, Phil, my hair and my scalp need to go.
Yeah? What about it?
They need to go out on a date. That's what I was. Well, you know something, Miss Gray? You don't know what it's like to go through the living hell of losing hair, okay? So the doctor said. Are people laughing at that? That one woman, Miss Gray, laughed.
Miss Gray, this is Dr. Howley.
Yes, doctor, I don't mean to laugh at your therapy, at the therapy that you're providing for these men, but saying that their scalp and their hair needs to go on a date.
Yes, it needs to go out on a date. They need to have sexual intercourse and create little baby hairs. That's how we look at that.
Isn't that just lovely?
I'm sorry if it upsets you, but I've got many men, many bald. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say bald.
God damn it!
What happened?
I said bald. Bob, come here. Bob, come here.
You say it, never say it.
Bob, come here. Phil, hold on. This would be very educational for your listeners. Bob, I did not say the word bald. I said I have seen many bald men. You're not one of them, nor any of the men that come to me, Dr. Bernardo Howley, hair man, okay?
I said, when you think of hair, think of me, Bob Green.
That's right. When you think of hair, think of Bob Green.
And that still stands.
It does.
May I talk to Bob?
He wants to talk to you.
Yeah, Phil.
So, all right, I apologize.
Well, what do you think? That was a nice little moment of weird. Now we'll get right back to Bob talking like a regular guy, and we don't have to deal with the fact that he's really a freak.
Phil, he's having a meltdown right now. I'm sorry, Bob.
Sorry, Bob.
I didn't mean to call you bald.
All right, here's what we're going to do, Doctor. I'll discuss this as far as I can with you, and then we're just going to have to move on.
I certainly understand. What I'm simply saying is Bob was in the store. Then a young child came in, and the child began to sing the song Hair. You're familiar with that?
Margaret?
Yes, that song, it's from the musical Hair. Give me a head of hair, long, beautiful hair. You know that?
Yes, well, the fact you're singing it right now, unfortunately Bob can't hear it, but if he could hear that, he would begin to deconstruct. He would have a psychotic break. Bob, are you all right? Bob, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Say you're all right.
I'm all right. So this kid comes into the store and starts singing, "Give me a head of hair," and I remember, all I do remember is taking a hula hoop. We had some hula hoops, and they were in these bins, and I remember taking a hula hoop and gnawing it in half. I mean...
What do you mean gnawing it?
You chewed on the hula hoop.
God. Yes, I did. That's how it affected me. Here I am with a hair system that by the way, I had just had it reacquainted.
If I may. Phil, this is Dr. Howley. What we have our men do is come in every 6 months to reacquaint their hair with the other hairs on their heads and to reacquaint their hair with a scalp.
What is this, like some banquet dinner for their scalp and their hair?
What a dickhead.
What?
I'll take it.
Yeah, you take it.
What does that mean?
As long as you stay on the line with these guys, you're taking it. You're taking it in the shorts.
I'll talk to him. I apologize, Phil.
You tell that doctor to get a better sense of humor about things, okay? He's the guy that's saying every 6 months...
I will explain it. Every 6 months, you got to go in and have your hair reacquainted with the other hairs and the scalp, and no, it's not a banquet dinner.
What about a prom? I mean, it sounds like a social event. It sounds like the highlight of any hair's life.
What a prick.
Hey, buddy.
I'll take it. General, please. This is very important to thousands and millions of bald men. To have their hair and to have their scalps reattached and reacquainted. To have their hair and their scalps move next door to each other. This is why we try to say this to men, so they don't feel, and rightfully so, that they have some disease.
All right, as I'm listening to this, Dr. Howley, you're saying essentially none of these guys that come to you are bald.
None of them, no.
They just need to have their hair and scalp reacquainted.
This is a load of old turds. This is a bag of turds that I would just as soon set on fire and throw on your front porch, Doctor.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a very classy thing.
Well, what you're selling the American male is not right.
Bob Green is a living example of how this man, he has a hair system, and he was doing fine. He had just had his hair reacquainted.
We should tell them, no.
All right, well, you do it.
I had gone in for a hair reacquainting, scalp and hair reacquainting, and I guess the woman that was on that day had some kind of a problem, because when I got up and I looked in the mirror, it was off, I'd say what?
Probably about 20 degrees.
It was off 20 degrees, so it was slanted on my scalp, and I had to get to a meeting, so I put on a hat and went into the meeting. I had to remove the hat at one point, and when I did remove the hat, one of the secretaries fainted because she thought that I'd had the top of my head reattached.
God damn it. You see, Phil...
Yeah, what was that?
What? He said the secretary fainted.
Yeah, but why did she faint?
Because she thought he'd had that top of his head reattached improperly.
From what?
She thought, what, Bob?
Thought I'd been in an automobile accident.
All right, so, but it was a good day anyway.
Yeah, it was a great day. And then I hear this kid give me a head of hair, long, beautiful hair, and I gnawed a hula hoop in half and began twisting it around the kid's throat. It was only through the kind intercession of Dr. Howley here, who was in store at the time, along with my number one checker, Myrna Bleakford. They pulled me off of the kid. My understanding was the doctor was able to inject me with, I believe it was some kind of a muscle relaxant.
Well, yeah, tell me. Paraldehyde was what I had.
Paraldehyde?
Yes, paraldehyde, okay? I work with drug addicts and alcoholics. And Bob, while not an alcoholic or a drug addict, was exhibiting signs of mania that I felt I needed to subdue. He was trying to strangle a kid with a nod-and-half hula hoop, and Maria Bleakford was doing me no good at all. So at that time, I did pump him full of paraldehyde, threw him on a cot. We got him down to the hospital and calmed him down.
All right, Bob, so, and you're blaming the song Hair.
Well, I'm blaming the fact that I'm in there with a hair system. I've never been bald, and here comes a guy singing about, I don't know.
Yeah, why would that Here's my question, Bob, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Well, everybody quit getting such, getting your feelings hurt. Go ahead. Well, my question is, who gives a sweet JC? Who cares whether you live, if this kid lived or died? So he's singing a song about hair. Big effing wow.
Big effing wow. When you work as hard as I have to get all of my hair reacquainted, go ahead and laugh if you want.
Yeah, that's the ridiculous thing that I ever heard. Talk about your hair getting reacquainted with your scalp. What if they never met before? Come on, shut up.
Phil, who needs this? I don't need you. I don't need you, Holly, because I'm done. I've got my hair system.
You have a hair system. When you walked in that morning and your head was cockeyed, you want to walk into another meeting with your head looking as if they've sewed your scalp on in a bad way?
Yeah, spit it out there, eh? Spit it out, Dr. Frankenstein.
You know what I said. You want to walk into a meeting.
I can find 500,000 other guys that do the work that you do, and probably cheaper.
You can? No, you can't. I'm the one who has the patent on the hair system. Bullshit.
All right, Bob, I got to run, and thank you, but the language...
I understand, Phil. Let me just say this. I am not forgiving those slobs on that OU bus, all those slobs in that fraternity, but me, Bob Green, I need justice. And I can tell you that when these guys come into my store and start saying, give me a head of hair, yeah, long, beautiful hair. I know, Margaret, you know that song.
Well, I was trying to remind, the song that everyone's familiar with is the Cowsills version. Da-da-da-da-da. You know that one?
Yeah, that's the one. And the kid was dancing around in the aisle. And I said, you dirty little greasy imp. Who are you and what are you? He said, my name is Timmy Brown. My mother's over there picking out celery. I said, well, that's good. Then she won't even notice you're gone. And that's when I gnawed the hula hoop in half. The kid tried to walk away, and I said, hold on, I'm not done yet.
How long did it take you to gnaw this hula hoop in half?
I don't know, probably about 20 minutes. And
No, you didn't let the kid leave.
No, I didn't let the kid leave. I said, stay here while I was gnawing the hula hoop. The kid began to get scared.
As well he would have. My God, Bob.
Well, hey, I'll tell you, this family tried to sue me, and guess what? I've got one of the greatest attorneys in the world, and you know him, Phil, Sanford Unger. and Sandy is out here in Newport Beach. And this guy, I mean, he takes a chainsaw to the hopes and the dreams of anybody that crosses paths with Bob Green. And I can tell you...
You know, I know when you're laughing, and you're laughing.
I didn't... What? I didn't laugh at all.
Well, I can hear the giggling.
Well, you know what? You need a doctor, man. You need let me ask you something, Bernardo. Can you get over to Hendrie's place?
Why, what's the matter?
He's flipping his lid.
Well, no, I may not be... not as bad as you're flipping your lid.
Hold on for just a minute, Phil. You blew the timing on that so much. What happened? Were you pulling up the wrong... Forget it.
Yeah, everybody's timing sucks.
You got that right. But at least I got my line out. May I have the phone? Yeah, but just don't pull it away from me, please.
Are you talking about the phone or your dick?